Recently we've been in a bit of a rut, in a bit of a hard little fixture month, as today we finally go into January where we can sign some players and should have an easier run. Hey guys, and welcome back to the West Ham United FIFA 21 career mode. It is number 8 of season 2, episode 8 should I say, as like I just said about the run as well, it should be a little bit better today. So smash a like if you're pumped for this episode already, as we have Swansea first at home. I'm probably going to simulate this one just because it's at home, despite us not winning our last 4. As then we move on to West Brom away at the Baggies, going to play the Premier League West derby. It's not actually in the West, it's just because West Brom, West Ham. As then afterwards we go into January, which is very nice, with a home game against Swindon in the FA Cup. I'm going to play that one, hopefully win that one as well, before Manchester City a week after on the Sunday. We played them again literally less than a month before we just played them at the Etihad and got a decent result. As then we will end with Watford after, of course, 2 weeks and a day in the window, which we might make signings in. Honestly, not really clued up where we need to bring someone in. Probably I'd say Cam though, because Goncalves is injured and Max Aarons after the game at the Etihad, so them two are going to stay out. And yeah, I think a Cam, because Lanzini's going to be on the bench if he doesn't leave, because apparently he's angry with game time. And then we can just slot someone straight in that middle. Felipe Anderson could go there, but probably a bench player, and Goncalves on the right, as this is the team for Swansea as well. We've got Dragowski in goal, Kufal, Zima, Diop and Masuaku, with Hammond, Rice, Souček and Felipe Anderson. Going to be hard to keep these two midfielders in this month, with Lanzini in Cam and Borja Mayoral with 10 goals already this season. Can he add to his tally? Because we do want a player scoring, of course, 6 or getting in the top 6 goal scorers this season. We failed to do so last year in goals and assists, and we've got no one close on assists this year, so we just need Borja to keep on scoring, as it's a 4-1 win, and that is a huge victory over the Swans. It is Lanzini with the goal, Souček getting one, so we were 2-0 up at half-time. Then Mayoral actually came off for Benedetto. Azima, the centre-back, added to it, back on form now after a bit of a worrying start, with Lanzini making it 4, and then Wood getting 1 2 minutes after, but it didn't matter. That is a huge win to lift us back up, as we have West Brom less than 2 days afterwards. We've literally got just over 40 hours, I think. As where are they in the league? Yes, they're in the bottom as well, 15, so they're not as worse off as Cardiff and Swansea. Welsh clubs really struggling this year. Both just got 1 win and 1 draw. And they almost drew to us first time around, Swansea, so it's a good job we hammered them right there. But West Brom, they're going to want to come out of them places and send Fulham, Leeds, or even Leicester down, who aren't performing that well this season. So can't take these lightly at all. So we've got a loan offer for Abbott before the new window, as this guy's been a really good player. I don't want him to get bought at the end of it. He's 62 rated at 16, so I'm going to go for a 1-year loan deal. I won't mind him going out. Rapid Vienna, in fact, a team that was in the Europa League with us this season, but unfortunately crashed out of the group stages because I had a check round and it said they had gone out, as West Brom are in 18th. I think, do I make changes to a weaker side? I don't really know. I mean, we've got big games coming up afterwards, so I'll put Johnson off, unfortunately for him, and I'm going to take Knight off. I'm going to put Goncalves on for Felipe, and yeah, Masuaku for Aarons. We'll go with the strongest lineup: Dragowski, Kufal, Zima, Diop, Aarons, Hammond, Rice, Souček, Goncalves, Lanzini and Mayoral, as even Kufal's gone up a rating at his old age. That is very nice. I think he's like 29 or 30, so he might even carry on to go up a little bit in the future as well, as we must beat the Baggies to make it 2 in a row. And let's have a look at this Baggies team at the Hawthorns. They have Alex Palmer in goal, the youth keeper, I think, with Timber, Ajayi, Arbilla and Bernard at the back. Sawyers in CDM with Matt Phillips, Till, Uth and Grzycki, as the liquidator's going off, and Charlie Austin up front. I don't want copyright. Let's get in the game. 12 minutes in. Ajayi, they've kept the ball rather well, like Everton did, but not really getting near our boxes. They actually are trying to get closer, though. Doing better than the Toffees, as that's been given us a penalty against Zima. I'm guessing he just swiped at him and took him out. It can't be a card. It is a card. And it's a penalty early on for West Brom in this game, and I really didn't think that was going to happen. What's just gone on? It's Charlie Austin through, and I guess he blocks him off. It's not really a foul. He just stands in his ground. He stands his ground. That's it. He stands his ground, and I can see that being given as a foul, to be honest. As Charlie Austin saved, though, by Dragowski as we're let off early days by our keeper. Don't like that. Literally the first highlight of the game going to the baggies at the Hawthorns as it's headed away at the front post by Hammond. Dodgy touch from Lanzini as he needs to get this ball away. Till has tackled him. We need to keep blocking it as he scrapes it wide. Quite poor, to be fair, and I don't like the way we have started this off. As this is Diop now on the ball. Around the corner as well into Declan Rice. We've got runners either side as it's out to Jay Hammond now. We've got a runner in the back post in Borja Mayoral. That's a good cross. Can we take the lead? We definitely can. Borja Mayoral, like I said, needs to continue scoring to get in the top 6 scorers. And what a blast past Alex Palmer, the ex-Lincoln City goalkeeper, in the goal to make it 1-0 to the Hammers. Look at this straight away. Right foot. It's straight down his throat, to be fair to him, as he definitely should be saving that in my books, but he doesn't, and we take a lead. I'll take that as Jay Hammond now at the back. Tries to get a pass off and does to Declan Rice. Around the corner into Borja Mayoral as Lanzini. We're going to keep on looking right as we're going to go into Souček this time. And Thomas Souček straight at the keeper, and it's tapped home by Pedro Goncalves. My throat is going because we've scored 2 early on. They had a penalty in the first minute, and then we've just got 2. Getting quite easy there as Pedro Goncalves straightened the team after his injury with a goal. This is when he kicks on. He's been good with the quality of goals he's scored for us so far, but he hasn't scored enough. Now he's scored straight away from his injury. I want him to keep it up. So let's make sure we do, please, Pedro, as Borja Mayoral even tackling the defence. This is turning out to be a rather easy game. It's like Crystal Palace in the FA Cup, like, quarter-final, I think it was, last season, as we hammered them 4-0, and it was really good early on. I think we were 3-0 up in half an hour, so actually not as good in this game, but playing well. Max Aarons here with the ball, passes it into Zima. Oh, that's a dodgy touch, and he's not having the best game. He scored in the last one. I thought he was back on form as West Brom could get a chance here, but it's a horrible pass straight to Max Aarons, which is good for us, as now it's Souček. Goncalves making the run down the line, but it goes into Mayoral. Goncalves run around, overlap or underlap or whatever it's called. He's made it now, but Mayoral is tackled before he can return the ball, and that was a potential 3rd goal. I think obviously not to be, as we've still got a bit of time before half-time to make it 3. Can we do that? Mayoral, we've got a couple of players at the front post. It's going to Declan and just missed Rice, but Kufal to pick up on it, and the pass is a bit shocking. However, they've given us a free corner at the end of this half, and it would be glorious if we scored now from their mistake to make it 3 at half-time as Souček headers it. But it is over from the big man, who should have scored as well. But, of course, Goncalves got his tap in. So it's 2-0 to the Iron at half-time. Very impressive half of football. I think we should maybe be 3 up. Or, saying that as well, we could actually not be nilled. Like, nilling West Brom. They could have scored as well. I just need to say this right. Or in plain English, you could say we were lucky or unlucky, whichever you think, as now Austin has a chance, though, through the middle, and it's a big save from Dragowski again, who doesn't get a good clearance from his defender, as they're going to keep on coming at us. It's Phillips. Back now to Till. Round the corner into Phillips again, as we can't let him get an angle to shoot. We just can't tackle him as well, though, as he's going all over the place. It's really obscene skill from Phillips, but Zima putting the pressure on us. West Brom starting this second half off good. Timber back into Till, although they are getting further away. I am still scared as it's out wide again into Phillips. And I think he's been tackled, but no, he's got past us into Austin. Now in the middle to Uth, as can we get this tackle? And we do, but it's wrong side, and it's absolutely shocking from Vladimir Kufal. Really bad. Yellow card as well for him, as we've gave them another penalty, and I don't know why he just didn't curly slide. Of course, I didn't mean it to go into the back of him, but that is, of course, a penalty. Like, when he backed away from the ball a bit, I wanted him to slide to the left and hook it away from goal, but he slid towards goal and took the man's legs out, which is just stupid. I've just got to save the penalty. Dragowski, other way this time, as no, Austin bluffs us, and he does put it in the corner he went for before. It's 2-1. Celebrating a bit much, though, as I guess they've got to hype the crowd up. They want to get out of this relegation zone, and they have their lifeline chipped in. Really good penalty. I don't think I would have saved that if I dived the right way, to be fair. As yet, West Brom with the lifeline. Don't like that, as I'm trying to get Felipe Anderson on as well. I didn't make the sub just in time, so he's not on the field now. I'm going to put Goncalves in cam, which I'm actually training him to be now in the development plan. And then I'm going to put Felipe Anderson on the right, as Diop has it right here. Through the middle again onto Lanzini, who is coming off. However, he could get an assist before he does come off. Declan Rice, one more though, onto Goncalves for 2. What a save from Alex Palmer. West Brom are on it now as it's Mark Uth round the corner to Austin. The best player by far, as now Diop with a tackle onto Souček. And can we get another just before Felipe Anderson comes on? Actually, Goncalves is getting better on the right now. Now I've tried to change him to Cam as Souček. Now into Kufal over the top to Mayoral. If he can head this on, it would be good. And he does. Declan Rice, one more. Jay Hammond, good touch. Has to hammer it and scores. What a well-worked move from the Hammers to get our 3rd of the game. And Hammond, the youth player, surely has wrapped it up. Kill off their confidence as it's a great ball out wide. Really good touch to steady him from the shot. Despite his finishing still not being as trained as I would like, it's a glorious hit into the bottom corner as well. For 3. Grzycki now in the middle to Mark Uth as he's trying to get past us, but it's a good tackle from Zima. I know Felipe Anderson's come on, but maybe I need to change the defence right now. It is 3, so I don't think they're going to come back. If they don't score here, I'm going to probably take Diop off and give him a rest as Declan Rice with a great tackle as well. On the wing to Anderson as that's a great ball. Can we get 2 4-1 results in a row? It's Felipe Anderson. Hammond's at the other side. He tries to whip it over. It reaches Jay Hammond. Just pass that off to Mayoral to get another. And it's well worked again. And it is 4-1. Get in there. In the tide now. If we don't get Manager of the Month and Team of the Month, there's something wrong. What a goal that is. Over the top to Hammond. It's just fallen for him as well from Felipe Anderson. And unfortunately, he ruins Anderson's assist by giving it to Mayoral, getting one for himself, and giving Borja another goal. We've got the goal we desperately needed. It even could be more, you know. It could be 5. I mean, this would be a phenomenal performance, and it is. Pedro Goncalves in Cam has made it 5 just at the end of the game, and West Brom, I was going to say even if we didn't score, look really, really bad. I do not think they will survive this season if they carry on this way, as that is a finish from Pedro for his 2nd. Baggies have to be better as Pedro Goncalves on the ball as well right now. Got the runner over the top from Felipe Anderson. It could even be 6. It's a header, and I don't know why I went for the shot, to be fair. I thought it was going to hit that with more power. You're just going to try stuff like that. When you're 5-1 up, you can try and score some outrageous goals. You don't want to try it when you're level or close to being behind, as it's a dominant win. Although they did get 2 penalties, they only scored 1, and we scored 5 against Alex Palmer to make it comfortable for us. The fact they even had more possession shows how embarrassing it was for them, as hopefully that's attracted some talent to the club maybe. You never know. If we're going into January now and teams have just seen we've beaten a team 4-1, 5-1, and of course we're into Europa League knockout rounds. I think it's the round of 32, 16 first. I don't know, but teams will see that, players will see that and think, I want to play for West Ham. Of course, they might not like our league position as we straight into January. We've got players leaving first. Let's go through this market information. Jordan's off on loan to Cadiz. We've got Akinola going to Haltberg. We've got Alvarez going to Cardiff. Then we've got scout reports and an offer from Roma for Dario Benedetto. I mean, it's less than we paid for him, which is a bit of a shame, but I don't know if I sell this guy. Do I? We don't have a replacement at striker, but I guess I could get an actual youth player in, so I'll just accept that. He's not kicked on as well in the first team as I'd expect, and you can always get a different cup striker. So thank you, Dario, but your efforts are no longer warranted at the club. As we've got any youth players here that can play? Ben Campbell, not so much. And nothing really special coming from that academy. We signed about 3 players on, as I'm going to check them, because we do have the FA Cup next, and if any of these are good, I can just thread them straight into the team, because Dario Benedetto is not going to play up front. If we've got a striker here, it would be nice as, oh, look at that guy. Doniel Dooley is a right winger. What a name. And he's got a cap on, a scrum cap, 6 foot. I hope he turns out good. That would be funny to see him running around. And I think I know who I'd want to replace Benedetto. Shall we go for him now? Let's go for him now. Why not? I mean, he's not a crucial player, which we do need to sign as well, as these are my players on the scouting list. It's not Dykes. Adam Armstrong, 24-year-old, actually liked by West Ham in real life, was at Newcastle when he was a kid, so I feel like he's a bit expensive to sit on the bench, but he's just calling to me. When something calls, you've got to answer. Come on, Blackburn, let him have the career he wants, as we'll offer 14 million. I think that's still a high fee. I don't know what is in his contract. Does they want Felipe Anderson at Blackburn in the Championship? I'll do that, reject that, should I say, for Felipe Anderson's sake himself, as we'll offer 14 again and an extra 500k and then a sell-on clause, because they might think I'm going to sell him on in the future. I don't have plans to, of course. I'm just buying him, so 10%. They want 21 million. And I'm sorry, as much as I love the guy, I think it's going to take Mayoral leaving to pay that for a backup striker, because I'm not willing to do that. We'll look for someone else. Can we just bring Lyndon Dykes in for now? 2 million, cheap. Then we can get a crucial cam, I think, or just playmaker in the midfield, apart from Souček and Rice, so we'll stay here. So let's get this guy in just for the cup game right now against Sweden. We can test him straight away. That's why I want one in right about now. So we'll offer 2.2. What he's worth is in his prime at 26, as they want a little bit more. A big sell-on clause, but we'll reject that. Keep the fee, and they accept. Making this a lot easier for me, thank you. Taking a sporadic role as well, so we could potentially get Larin back at some point, you never know, and then put him on the bench, and Lyndon Dykes could be the third choice. So it's good to get a third choice in at like 71 rated. Very, very nice. As the wage, we'll give him a pay increase, why not? 18k, I think he's going to want a signing on bonus with that though, which we'll offer 600k. It only happens once in your career, as he wants 24, plus an appearance fee, which is a bit much for a third choice, but I will pay it. It's a short fee as well to actually sign him from QPR. So Lyndon Dykes is the first signing of January. And this is going to be the team for Swindon. To say we've sold Benedetto and got someone just a couple of ratings lower, but then 5 years younger for a quarter of his price, I'd say is really nice and really good for me. So Randolph's in goal. We've got Johnson, Niakate, Ogbonna and Masuaku at the back, with Felipe Anderson, Rice, Aribo and Abbott in the midfield, with Lanzini supporting Lyndon for his first game, if he actually gets fit enough, because this game is on this day, isn't it? I think maybe if it is, I might have to think about changing. Yeah, we can't really play him, can we? Oh, he might have to be on the bench to start off with. And I'll just stick Mayoral in there. Why not? He can add to his goal tally in the FA Cup. Maybe get himself out there as one of the stars of the tournament. As let's see if we can beat Swindon. And let's have a look at the Swindon team, which should be a free pass. Should be. Lee Camp in goal, though, who's decent experienced keeper. Paul Cadiz, Friars, Grounds and Conray with Rob Hunt. I'm guessing that is a 5 at the back. And it is with Lyndon and Misilu. Well, they've signed a Lyndon as well, with Payne, Tween and Hallam Hope up front, who was a decent League 2 striker when Grimsby was in that league. I know, of course, as, yeah, it should be a win. No guarantees still, but I have faith. As now Felipe Anderson with a touch. I have put this guy in the team just to see if he is worth signing another contract, because he glows up and then he glows straight back down, and I think his position is a strong one in the team, but we could get someone better. So if we don't sign him a contract, players will want to come and fill that position in. If he signs a contract, they'll think they're not going to play, as we've kept the ball here with Mayoral early on. We're just going to focus on this game at the moment and see if he can do well. As Borja going around the houses to the edge of the box now, where Declan Rice is, around the corner into Lanzini. Needs to try and cut away. Can he get support? Not really. Can he get any more support? Now it's into Aribo, turns Mayoral, 1-0. And we get 8 minutes in. It's Borja with the goal, as he's going to go up to the camera. I do expect not a walk in the park, but a victory with ease. Like maybe 3-0, 4-0 if we're lucky, because we did just beat a Premier League team in West Brom 5-1. So I do expect something good to carry on with it. And we've got one early on. And the ball out from the defence as Declan Rice headers it on only as far as Friars. As now Swindon have a bit of the ball back to the defender. Their right centre-back, 5 at the back is going to be a really bad idea for them now, unless they're familiar with it, because the defence has already been breached, and it looks like it might do again here. Felipe Anderson, straight through the middle, takes the right wing back out of it as Lanzini. Give that through to Mayoral, really good skip away. Borja Mayoral for 2, chips the keeper, and hits the crossbar. It should have been a brace. Unlucky right there, though, as they're going to keep on carrying on. Mayoral is playing well today, and I mean that the whole episode, not just this game, as Lanzini, oh, can't get the ball out to Hunt, but 20 minutes in, very comfortable. And Borja Mayoral even won it back as it's on to Joel Aribo. Get this through to Lanzini as Lanzini back heel that almost reaches him, but Aribo tackles the defender to force himself into the goal with the ball, and it's 2-0. It's easy, as that's a good goal from Joel Aribo. Really good grit and determination to win that ball back when it looked like it had gone away from him. Lanzini with a poor kick, but the defender, to be fair, doesn't do well. Maybe I need to just let off or quit with the credit to Aribo, because defender was poor. Very, very poor. As we're going to throw this back. Felipe Anderson to Masuaku now. Through that little gap now into Declan Rice, as well as, can we keep with Lanzini? We can. And Mayoral's through here. Borja Mayoral could make it 3. Gets the tackle in, does the defender, but it's still very poor. And we get the 3rd. And that is the brace for Borja Mayoral. Easy game against Swindon right here, but taking nothing for granted, as I think I've gone too strong with the team, to be fair. Defender again, the same one, making a mistake, and the keeper stands no chance. Just past like the 38-year-old Lee Camp, who stands no chance to make it 3 for us. And I think Swindon's plans are successfully thrown out of the window from us, as that centre-back will be scared. I bet his teammates are that he's going to make another mistake, and it's going to be more. Azaribo on the edge of the box. He wants his brace, taking a shot from range. Could not get it through bodies, though, as Hallam Hope to the side into Linden. We slid in to try and block it off, but Johnson easily reads that anyway. On to Ogbonna, and that is the end of a dominant first half. I think it's time to make some changes as well. 3-0 up at home, cruising with Manchester City next. We, of course, have to take some players off, so Lyndon Dykes, although tired, I think he can see out a half, then he gets a week rest. Alexander will give a chance for Declan Rice, and I'll save Knight for later because, of course, he hasn't played any games at this level yet, so he can come on later on. And, of course, if he doesn't and we get injured, we've still got a sub. Planned it all out. Look at that tactical masterclass, as now it's on to Johnson. I can't believe I'm saying that against Swindon, as West Ham. Azaribo with a cutback over the top. Abbott could get a goal here, the right midfielder, but cut away from grounds. Would love him to get a goal, as now it's Johnson through the middle to Aribo again, as we've got a run on at the side. Lyndon Dykes would love him to get a first goal to his West Ham career. As Masuaku running down the wing, though. Arthur Masuaku going all the way. The left back gives it into Dykes to hammer it into the side netting. And he does get a goal straight away on his debut. And what a start. 4-0. I'm happy about that one. I love it. Even though he's tired, he was supposed to start the game, but really fatigued. And comes on in the second half to get the first goal. Really good work from Arthur Masuaku as well. Great assist as he hammers it past the keeper. We're actually killing teams off now. West Brom, Swansea and Swindon. I mean, it's going to get harder against City. I don't think we're going to win like 4 goals there, or 4+ goals there, as that's going to be a really hard one. As Masuaku receives this one as well. Going down the line once more. Can he get a cross in? No, blocked by Cardis. And I tell you what, I'd love now Lyndon Dykes has to go for one of the youth players, Alexandra or Abbott, to get a goal. But I'm not going to force it, as Niakate with a good head back to Randolph as well. Going to roll this out to Ogbonna, as we've got to try and get forward. Ogbonna to the side of him into Alexandra. This guy has got his first start right here, I think. No, appearance off the bench, should I say, as Lanzini with a run down the line into the back post where Aribo was, and he's absolutely scuffed it. And Lyndon Dykes, when I've made this substitution for Knight to come on in cam now, looks absolutely shattered up top. Just give it all you've got for the last couple of minutes. Maybe could get a second here, as it's Felipe Anderson through. What can Felipe do? He hasn't got a goal this game so far, as Lanzini, just before he comes off, maybe he could get one. Pass it out to Abbott, though, on the wing with an in-swinger, which is decent, but the defender reads that one as well. I'd just see it out for 4, to be fair. And I'm just thinking about Manchester City now. I think all thoughts about this game are out of the window. We've got the win, and I'm not really bothered to get more goals. It's the FA Cup. We don't need goal difference, as now it's Lyndon in the midfield. Back to Grounds, who's had a really poor game, Jonathan. As there's the final whistle. 4-0 into the next round of the FA Cup, and as simple as that. Job done and dusted. Nothing more you can say. As we've got a loan deal straight after the game as well for another youth player who actually didn't play in that last game. Alapayo Afoyailan. It's a loan to buy, which I don't want. This guy actually looks pretty decent despite being 24. I never realised that. Oh, maybe I actually do need to get rid of him, as Jaden Abbott is going to go for 2 years now to Rapid Vienna. And we're 9th in the Premier League as the window goes on, and I really do want to improve on this, but Manchester City, not an easy game. Watford after it as well, as Benedetto has now officially left the club. 6 million into the budget, which we've already spent about 3 of it. Abbott's actually rejected his loan, which, okay, I guess he wants to stay here. And Knight's got a loan deal from Vitesse, who do craft some good players. Mason Mount, of course. A couple of Hull players, I think, like Max Clark going there. And most of the Chelsea academy, so good luck to him, as it has to be the strongest team for the next game, and is on ratings and in qualities. Dragowski in goal, Kufal 81, Zima, Diop and Aarons, with Hammond now both 87 in Rice and Suchet, the CDMs. Felipe Anderson on the right this time, as Goncalves is now officially a Camp 1 rating, and it even took his rating up by 1, so absolutely love that. Supporting Mayoral up front, as they want him to kick on Pedro, like I don't think we played him in the last game, like he did against West Brom against Manchester City. In second, we got the point last time out, a valuable one in the last minute. Can we even get 3 here? And Manchester City, the team that we're going to be playing, Edison in goal, Cancelo, Lenglet, Laporte and Mendy, with Bernardo Silva, Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne, and Mahrez, Jesus and Sterling up front. It's a good team. It's a very good team. It's actually really, really good and I think can beat us, but we're going to go for it, of course. And let's go. Souček with a pass back now to Vladimir Koufal, the Czech Republicans. Now Zima. I haven't said that in a while. I had to get that in there as Pedro Goncalves in cam. Let's start off well against City. If we're going to get something, it's Felipe Anderson onside. Mayoral with a run in the middle, but always going to be marked up by Lenglet and Laporte as he's making a good run here as well. In the middle, Souček with a turn out. Souček with a shot, and every single one he takes, every single one is blocked by a leg. One of the most unlucky footballers ever as Jesus with a chance early on. And Manchester City score the first chance they have of the game, and we are already 1-0 down. Oh dear. I felt rather optimistic going into this one, but no. De Bruyne with the ball through, straight to Gabriel Jesus, who blasts it past Dragowski. We tried to slide in there with Souček as well, who just couldn't get there in time. And now it's a comeback we need to get past. And now we've got to try and come back as Raheem Sterling with the ball, Zima with the block, and it's going to be a corner ball for Manchester City as we've got to just stand our ground at the front post and get this ball out of play as it's coming in short. Lenglet, thought it was going to be a handball there, but no, it's a foul on us as we do get the free kick. Let's get forward as Felipe Anderson running in the middle gives it to Declan Rice. Declan Rice, can we get this through? We do to Mayoral. One more now onto Goncalves. This is a big chance. Edison's come a long way back into the box and he just gets it behind him as well. He has to literally turn on the swivel in the air and just catch the ball as that was a huge chance to get one back for ourselves, but not to be as we still trail. Almost half an hour in. It's a mishmash game, I've got to say. We are behind. We're doing well, but we're not getting many shots off as now Souček wins that though. Onto Felipe Anderson, still playing for his contract. Here he comes, Felipe. Shoot across net and oh, it curled away. It curled away. A big chance to make it 1-1. And now I can actually say we've had a big chance to level it up as Riyad Mahrez running down the line. Tried to get the tackle in, still not successful as Bernardo Silva now. Back to Rodri, the passing around with flair after our little chance. Jesus through the middle and Dragowski with a huge save to keep it from being 2-0. And another corner ball for City. They aren't doing well with them, to be fair, but hopefully that doesn't jinx me as it's away at the front post from Felipe Anderson. Onto Goncalves, running through this gap. De Bruyne doesn't come across and Goncalves really well to get away from the corner. Into the other half now as well as he cuts away. And Mendy, probably the easiest defender to get past his slips up against. Disappointing end to that one as Bernardo Silva. Oh, I've gone down. I've gone down too easy with Declan Rice and it's 2 to Man City. It's a shocking first half, you know, as Bernardo gets the second. Citizens having a good time this time. They wanted revenge after the late draw and they are comfortably getting it at the moment. It's just the near post Dragowski just tries to go with his feet first and stick his hands out to the side, but don't get anywhere near it. So again, we've got to try and get forward. Can we get one before half-time? We've had a chance with Felipe Anderson the most, as he's the one running at them again. Cuts inside, De Bruyne on his back. No skill moves really to get past him, as we give it into Souček. Can't get that across again as Aymeric Laporte tackling this time. Can't really say his first name. Aymeric, Almeric, I think that's it. As they're still coming forward. If it's 3 at half-time, I might as well make changes to try and save players' energy. As Bernardo Silva running at us right here. It's a Diop, gets across to Mahrez. Still got the ball. Now into Bernardo again. Just out of time as Mahrez get the tackle in here. That's comfortable. And the referee does blow the whistle for half-time. 2-0 to Manchester City. I said I was going to make changes when it's 3. I might make some now because that is not the way I pictured this first half. But saying that, it's his best team. It is our best team. There's nothing I can change. I guess we've just got to put it in a little bit more, I guess. As yes, they've had more possession. You expect that though, don't you? When they are leading the game as well. As Aguero, I think, has come on. Because they've took Gabriel Jesus off. And yes, Sergio Aguero still at City. Coming on and hopefully he don't get a goal. Don't want him joining in on the fun as Declan Rice with a good turnout into Max Aaron's back now into Declan as we need to get this round the corner. We do. Mayoral, 1 goal and we are kind of back into this one I think because we have had a bit of possession as Jay Hammond out wide. Cross it back in, goes to the back post where Anderson was arriving. Still the crosses aren't working. I think we do need a taller striker and that might require Larin coming back. You never know. He's like 6'4". As Sterling running away from us here. He's got the skills as well. Raheem Sterling. Got to watch him. Raheem Sterling on the angle. Saved. And a block from Koufal. And it must have been with his hand because the referee's pointed to the spot. And now we're just over an hour into this one. And Manchester City with a bigger chance to increase the lead. Let's have a look. Was it handball? it brushed his sweatband. So yes, his sweatband is on his hand, but didn't touch his hand as De Bruyne is going to take it. We've made a change, we might as well make them now as De Bruyne. Roof of the net, no saving that one. All our hard work from the last 3 previous games out of the window. Just going to try and reply against Watford, I guess, to make this a little bit better, as that is a finish and a half from Kevin. 13 for the season. As can we try and get one more? I don't think his comeback is on if we get one, but it would be better than getting nilled, wouldn't it? Anything would be better than this right now. This is our strongest team, as well as Declan Rice. Blocks that from Bernardo Silva, as it does reach Aguero right here, though. And we've got to just keep his men back. Zima with a great tackle onto Souček, and Rice now with it. Can we get this round the corner to where Mayoral's running into? Yes. One more pass. Jay Hammond can't reach it. Kevin De Bruyne onto Rodri. Game is over, I think, now 3-0 to City. At least it's not more, but I might be speaking too soon. Ferran Torres off the bench, as we've cooked up a change. Afiolan and Lyndon Dykes, why not? Give him a bit of Premier League experience to start his career right here with, as Aguero, the other blonde-haired one, getting at us right here. So we've got 1 minute added on. Ref, blow your whistle, as there we have it. 3-0 defeat to the blue side of Manchester, which we actually got a draw against last time, so not good at home, but what can you do? Reply against Watford, that's what you can do. And Aribo wants a short-term loan to Atletico Madrid. What a loan deal that will be, but I'm going to turn that down. He has been good. He should have come on in that last game, should I say, but didn't, as Patrick Knight. 2-year loan deal to Vitesse. Hopefully that one does go through. I'd like that one to go through. And yes, it has done, as Knight will depart the club for now as Watford. We've got to play strongest team again and hope for a bounce back. Although it did just get hammered. Let's put the faith in it, shall we? I'm going to put Ju on the bench this time with Dragowski, Kufal, Zima, Diop and Aarons, Hammond, Rice, Souček, Anderson, Goncalves and Mayoral. We definitely, 100%ly, will be making a signing in the next episode. A big signing as well, because we just need it, don't we? We're in 9th in the league. Last season we finished 6th or 5th. I think it was just 6 on the last day, which was an amazing achievement, and we should be doing that back to back. With the CDMs we have highly rated, one of the world's best, as we just get the win over Watford though. At least it's 3 points, as it's Pedro Goncalves with the goal, João Pedro with the reply, then Declan Rice getting it again, Goncalves getting 2, and then Dazala to put pressure on in the last 4 minutes of the game, but we got it wrapped up. So I'm pretty sure we've had his next game in the FA Cup announced as well. Match rescheduled. Ogbonna, unhappy I left him out, but what can you do, mate? Just sit on that bench. West Brom, I've got faith in that one after last time. I have faith in that one. So Villa, Brom, which we're going to probably stay in Birmingham for. Then away at Anfield, which I don't have faith for. But at least we've got transfers to go along with it. So big signing incoming, big games, big cups. So I'll get him very excited before the Europa League next month. So thank you guys for watching this episode. It might be a bit of a long one, but thank you for tuning in. Like, comment, share, and subscribe with the notification bell as well, so you do not miss an episode in the future. So I'm going to head off right now. Take care, guys, in a bit. And thank you again. Peace.